Hi guys, this is Tori about doing an eye and an angle. And you see I already mapped out my eye. So for those who think they can already do what I had done right now and just need the shading can skip ahead. So starting, let's go over where I put the iris. Remember, an iris isn't always a complete circle in the eye. The eyelids close it off. So right here you can see where it stops the circle at the top. Let me just go over there right there so where you can see it. It's a little angle right there. And then on the other side, remember, an eye is not always complete oval, so you'll have parts that you can go over right here, going up to the tear duct. You see, just remember, just look at the shape of how the eye you're looking at looks like, and try to get that shape right there where the white is, and shade in that, tear duct. And if you're here on the other side too, because they have kind of a pink side. Okay, and here I'm going in and I'm putting in the pupil. Just, a little circle right there. Let me go over a little bit, make it a little bit wider too as well. It's kind of small. And just go around. And then I'm just going to mark where I want the light to be in the iris. And let me just shade that in. The pupil is normally really dark, so just shade it pretty darkly, or just shade it a lot. And starting in the iris, you know how we have lines in there. You can just doesn't have to be straight lines. Just do them loosely. Just put them in there. It doesn't matter where. It can be at random, or you can just however you want it to be. Every eye is different, so. Now I'm gonna go shade it in a little bit. Sorry, my light was kind of reflecting, so you can really see a lot of the shading pretty well. So like I said, I'm gonna go shade it now. Just get it all in there for the color. And see how it's kind of blending in with the lines that I made for the iris. So once you're done shading it, you can just go back over. And I'm using a 3B pencil, so it's going to be a little bit darker. So if you're using an HB, just make sure to press it down more. And remember, right there at the top of the eye, we always kind of have like a general shading. It's not always going to be completely white because our eyelid normally puts a shadow over our eyeball. You just do that just kind of finely. You don't have to do it too much. Just get it in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to start off on where I put the eyebrows. See, I already marked where I kind of wanted it to be. So let me just kind of start at the starting point. And you can see I'm marking it. When you do eyebrows, they don't have to be any kind of specific kind of straight line or anything. Remember, they're eyebrows. The hair is kind of loose, kind of wild, unless you groom it. But normally, just kind of freely put the hair anywhere. Maybe going in one direction, but just take your wrist and make sure it's loose. You don't have to like press hard to put where you want it. And normally when you do a regular eye, the eyebrow won't be so close. But since it's turning at an angle, the eye is kind of looking upwards. That's why the eyebrow looks so close to the eyeball. If any of you guys want a tutorial separate just for eyebrows, the shapes and where you would normally place them, you guys can request that and maybe I can make another video for that sometime later on. But coming up, you see, I'm going just one direction. I'm going to the right, and I'm kind of like doing it in a diagonal. And then see how at the top right there, I'll put some little ones underneath it, not every eyebrow at the end has completely clean. It has those little tiny eyebrows, eyebrow hair. Okay, and right here I'm going to put the shading. That's right there. I was starting where I was going to put the nose, the bridge of the nose going to start. And right here, the eyelid is only a little bit because it's looking upward, so it's kind of hidden. And on the other side, the eyebrow's hiding the eyelid, so you're not really going to see that right there. That's why I didn't, put it in because it's hidden. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in some eyelashes. The person that I was looking at was a female, so the eyelashes are going to be kind of long. And since they're looking upwards, the eyelashes are going to be facing downwards instead of how you normally see it facing upwards. Because, like I said, they're looking up, so a person looking down towards them, perspective is going to have the eyelashes going downwards. So just keep that in mind when you're you might do this kind of a perspective on the eye. And then I didn't bother putting in the waterline because when you put in the eyelashes for the bottom, if you just put, fair enough amount, it should just show where the waterline is going to be. And keep in mind as well, I'm doing a female eye. So the bottom eyelashes are going to look kind of thick because, as you know, females like to wear mascara. So it tends to come out thicker and a little bit longer than some males. And just put it in there right there. And remember, they're not just going straight down. So, their eyelashes as well as the eyebrows, the hair just kind of goes freely. Just you can put them at random. And as closer as you get to the tear duct, the eyelashes are going to become less. So just keep that in mind as well. Okay, and now what I'm doing right there, the tear duct kind of doesn't connect. Oh, I'm going to fast speed this too as well. Because right now I'm just going in and shading. You see right there, some people have bags on their eyes, but you also as well when you look up, the light source, depending where it's coming from, will normally make the bags look a little bit darker. So I'm just going to go in there and darken up the eyelashes as well. But for the shading, I'm pretty much going to put it on a fast pace. But you guys can follow along with it because it's still a little bit long. Right there, and I'm putting in the bottom of the bag and just shading it. And like I said before, just keep in mind that my pencil is a little bit darker. It's at a 3B, so if you have a regular HB pencil, which is the normal 2B, the normal pencil, the number 2 pencils that you would have in the store, you're going to have to press a little bit harder. Right there, I'm starting, where we'd have the starting of the bridge of the nose, and normally it's pretty dark. Remember, it's not a line. Most people mistake that. So if you're ever doing that to start your nose, remember that it's shading. All of it's complete shading. We don't necessarily have lines unless you know the wrinkles. Right here, and you see where I'm putting the skin color and then where I'm putting the shadows. You can use a Tertullian, which is the equipment, or the equipment to shade in, to blend it in the shadings. But I'm just gonna use my finger. I was a little lazy today. Tertullians, you can usually get them at an art store, for a couple dollars for a set or so. But normally they're not that expensive. All it is just a tight roll of paper. They're at a point, but they get pretty messy after a while, so you have to buy another one. And I'm just going in there, I'm just shading that, blending in where I have the skin and then the shadows. And right now I'm going underneath the eyebrows as well. The light source where it has, I have that kind of at an angle. I kind of like coming from the side. So underneath the eyebrow bone, I'm having it kind of light. I'm not going to completely shade it as skin color. right there. I'm just going back over where the start of the bridge of the nose is. You know, it doesn't really matter where you decide to put the shading as long as you know where the light source is. And right here, remember, the white of your eyes, they're not completely white. If you look at someone's eyes as well, sometimes they always have shading, or sometimes they're, depending where the light is, it can look white, but having where I had it, I'm just going to put a little bit of shading. Alright, well, that was it for it. Thank you for watching. And, you know, feel free to leave suggestions